important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 39, Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Jones. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Touchdown, Giants! Blake Jarwin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming out. Looking to throw. Malone. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. The quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing, Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Malone, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and 2, Malone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score.
Looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Jones.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 39, Jones. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It didn't
carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Malone. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
A final shot before break. Malone.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action. Malone escaping the pressure right.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Off the play fake. Malone. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Malone. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Robinson.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gibson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. And boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 9, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll roll him out right, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Jones on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Gano's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn it.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Beckham.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done. Jones throwing for it.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Off play action. Malone.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great?
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Darrington Evans,
an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
Gano the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Off the play fake. Malone. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Azeez Ojulari,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Washington on third down.
They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Malone. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Malone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And they take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.